In this video, I want to share my experience of reconnecting with my childhood home. Right now, I'm about 100 yards away from the place that I grew up. It's a small place. It's an apartment building. And I'm in a field right now, this field of tall grasses, and I feel peace. While I was walking to this place, I felt a sensation inside of myself, similar to being triggered, yet it was a pulsation. I felt a vibration moving through me, moving in and out, circling within my electromagnetic field, this unique pulse, this unique vibration, similar to a trigger. And it was a similar feeling that I had when I was in Spain, when I was walking around and I was in different locations all around Segovia, Spain. I felt this pulsation, this vibration within my body. It was a unique body sensation, similar to being triggered, similar to being activated. It is though your body is feeling deeply into the surroundings, so deep that your intellect cannot even conceptualize that very depth, but your body can feel it. It is though I become a light body. That's the feeling. It's like becoming a light body. And there is no intellect, there's just simply energy with no conceptualizations attached to it, no descriptions, no vocabulary, pure energy. That's the feeling I felt when I was walking through this beautiful field. And when I feel my childhood home, it is very similar to the feeling of when I was in Spain, in Segovia, Spain. It is though I don't really have any memories. They're little vivid images that come in and out, but as though my memories are gone. Have none. It's similar to the past life memories I had in Segovia. It was like images that would flow in and out of my being, and I couldn't really describe what was taking place because it was on a very deep body level, but it brought me profound peace. Profound peace. And that's what I have here and now. It is though I'm here, connected with my childhood home. And yet I feel like that was a lifetime ago. Because walking around, it is the same sensation I had when I was in Segovia. As though this was a past life. As though I feel a connection. But I don't necessarily know or have any memories connected to this deep connection I have with this place that I'm in right now. It's like images, like past life images. They come in and out of me in this life, in my childhood home. I feel like that is peace. coming back to my childhood home, feeling like my higher self. All I have is gratitude. All I have is appreciation. It is though I bow to this soil that helped me to blossom into the person I am today. I bow to the soil. I come here now to give my gratitude for such experiences. And there were polarity experiences. Experiences that were fun and joyous and lighthearted, and experiences of sorrow, grief, pain, separation. And yet, here, now, as my higher self, I feel in my heart, I feel I've awakened the light within me. After many, many years, all I have in my space is sacred gratitude, appreciation, compassion. And there's just this silence within me, this profound silence, and it is peace. And in that peace, I feel a sense of completion. I feel a wholeness. I feel that light body within me. It's similar to that feeling a yogi gets when he is meditating and he's maybe 60, 70 years old or even younger, and he's just meditating and has that profound feeling of completion and wholeness with all things. And then he breathes in a long sat, and then exhales nam, and he ascends. That yogi ascends into his light body, leaving his physical body to the soil, to the earth. That's the feeling I have within my heart right now. And this peace can take many lifetimes for individuals to truly understand the many events, the many experiences of their life, to truly understand and to have compassion for them, for the polarity of their life. Because a lot of us are very deeply triggered by our parents and our childhood home, because we have all of this unresolved, lingering energy like ghosts. We talk about ghosts of our childhood, talk about ghosts, and they're basically subconscious. It is not this area or your childhood home or those parents, but is the ghost in your subconscious, this lingering, unresolved, incomplete thought. It could be fear, it could be anxiety, it could be separation, it could be anger, it could be guilt that has formed itself into unresolution, an incomplete thought that is a ghost. That is what ghosts are. They're just in a state of incompletion. They're looking for resolution. So it's like a subconscious trigger that we feel in our body, except many people feel it in a negative way, where they feel just overwhelming sensation of pain, of sorrow, of guilt, of anger, of separation that involves their childhood, involves the immaturity inflicted upon them from the recklessness, the naive carelessness that this world can be. Many of us are not born in a very solid foundation, meaning parents that are abundant in the mind, in the heart, and in their life. But you today, you can decide to be that solid, abundant foundation within yourself and to give that to the community you're in. And that's what we're all here right now on the planet, trying to slowly transform the very humanness into something that is angelic, compassionate, wise, and abundant in the heart and the mind and the life, so that we can give ourselves fully, energetically, enthusiastically, with high spirits to life. So that when we go to sleep, we could in essence ascend to our light body and feel wholeness. Because in the Taoism culture, our Confucianism, we only really need one profound, deep, energetic, enthusiastic, high-spirited, optimistic, fully here and now experience to have that completion, that wholeness. So we come and go in many lifetimes and incarnations because we want that completion, that wholeness within ourselves, that forgiveness that can help us to have the lightness of heart, where we can be as a feather. And my peace with my childhood, with my past lives, with myself. And I know the many experiences of polarity in my Akashic records. I feel them. I feel the trauma, feel the anger, I feel the disappointment, the immaturity inflicted on me. But how I have resolution within myself is that I know within me, that all things come together. So this confusion, these puzzle pieces that don't make sense about our childhood, about what happened in that and why, and those puzzle pieces that don't make sense, that just linger as ghosts within us. For me, it has all come together into this great picture of my life through compassion within my heart. And it is a practice, it is a discipline. And a lot of people say, I can't have that compassion, I can't have that patience, I can't have that forgiveness because this is just too much. This is too much pain in my life. But I just say, you can. You just have to decide that every experience is not something that's happening to you, it's happening for you. How are we to truly evolve into the wiser human if we first can't master compassion for where we've been? How can we have wisdom if we can't first master compassion for where we've been? And where we've been is pretty dark. It is dark. There's a lot of darkness even to it now, a heaviness that a lot of times we'd rather just be desensitized and numb in our alcohol and in abusing substances and herbs. But the greatest healer will always be just sitting in nature, grounded, being a grounded human, allowing yourself to move your body, dance and sing and create art, and sit down and just allow yourself to just be nature, be the trees, be the plants, be an animal soul. Then we'll find we don't need to take things so seriously about our past. The seriousness is really what causes the heaviness within our life. We take everything so seriously. It's because we don't have enough nature, we don't have enough breath, we don't have enough just sitting and reflecting, just sitting and receiving, allowing, surrendering. We don't have enough of that within our life to truly help us to see, to feel clearly from the heart. But when we return to our heart, which is the lightness of heart, the heart that ascends, that has that peace, is when we decide there's compassion for the experiences. There's compassion for the parents, for the childhood. And when we have that, we can master the darkness of the subconscious, the ghosts that we fear, that we've felt terrorized us, even today, terrorized us, prevented us from excelling in life. We can face those ghosts in the gullies of our subconscious, in the crevices of our being, the darkness that we never wanted to face. And we can just look at it, smile at it, and bow to it. Understand you have compassion, that the darkness, in it, there can be light. You become the light to your own subconscious fear. You become the light. You are the darkness and you are the light. And when they come together, when there's not just darkness, but there's this light, when they come together, there is compassion. The polarity, the separation between good and bad, and bliss and this pain, everything becomes a state of victory. Everything is given to you to help you truly be masterful at compassion, so that you may walk through this life, walk through the darkness. I want you to go through the darkness. I want you to go through the light. I want you to roam everywhere within this subconscious land that is very dark and heavy, but yet there's great lightness and imagination and wonder, and walk through it with this sense of nothing can be taken away from me and nothing can be given to me. I'm just here exploring. I'm just here playing with the darkness, playing with the light, not taking any of it seriously, because it is not real. Energy is just constantly an ever-changing shape, a liquid constantly moving and flowing and changing. And when we can recognize that, we can know that this here, this immaturity of our childhood, the grief and the pain and the ideology, the subconscious, it will change. It will grow. It will evolve. It will mature. It will ascend and it will descend. And that us being a strong soul in our compassion, we can be saints, we can be angels of this plane, and we can just walk through the darkness, through the light, and still see clearly, feel clearly that we are all one. That's the greatest insight, the greatest clarity, is to be able to walk through the darkness, the deep subconscious darkness, and still feel and see clearly that we are all one. Experiences are vast. Polarity is a spectrum that's dark and light, but still we feel peace. And sometimes it takes a while to see clearly, to feel clearly. We must evolve. We must become wiser through our own discipline within ourselves, our daily discipline of self-discovery, of sitting with ourselves, doing things that liberate us, doing things that give us energy. That center us and ground us within our heart. When we are truly in that heart, in the current of consciousness, instead of just kind of canoeing outside the stream of consciousness, trying to get in consciousness. We're just allowing consciousness, the canoe, to just take us. We can have peace. I think that's what we all want. It's just peace. To give this peace, to evolve this peace, to know that no matter what happens where we are, nothing can be taken away and nothing can be given to us because we're already complete. And then in that peace we realize that we actually are more than capable to create a life, paint a life, design a life, map a life, oracle a life that is of our highest excitement. Because if we can master the emotions, we can master our mood, then we know we can master our life. And we can bend, fold, and move this earth and this energy all around us into powerful, profound manifestations that are abundant and prosperous. We can do that. We can do that. So go out there and have experiences. Go out there and challenge yourself. Be triggered. If you aren't triggered consistently, then you need to. That's how triggers spark you. They bring life out of you. They transform you. And we've been taught to fear the triggers. We've been taught to, the darkness, the gullies in my subconscious, I don't want to face that. That's too much. That's overwhelming. But that overwhelming sensation, pulsation within your body is a spark. It is your electricity. You become electrified. Your very electromagnetic field is just full of life, full of this lightning everywhere. When you feel that trigger, don't see it as negative. Don't see it as positive. Just see it as something is coming alive within yourself. And that liveliness can help us to face life, face it with will, face it with trust in oneself, trust in the body and the mind, trust in the sensation, what your body tells you. And to go out there and to live as though you are gonna die, gonna be reborn. Die, be reborn. So that's what I feel when I'm here now, as though this didn't happen in this lifetime. This was a different lifetime. As I allowed myself to die. I allowed myself to be reborn. And I will continue to allow myself to die, to be reborn, so that I'm constantly in this state of courage, liberation, constantly in this state of fearlessness. Because the most sacred thing on this planet and in the cosmos is death and life. That is the most sacred energy. Most sacred. It is like the Big Bang, a supernova, when there's a death and when there's a life. That's why it is absolutely a time of celebration when there's life and when there's death. And absolutely there's a cosmic celebration, there's a cosmic ritual, there's a cosmic bowing to the death and to the life, because that energy, that electricity, is our purest self, is our soul, is our infinity. Maweta, 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 Maweta. Be the light, be the dark, be the wisdom that loves the dark, that loves the light. Be the higher self that can see the light and the dark are one energy.